Hello and welcome to Red Truck Theory, episode number 7. I am your host, Coach Jay Fry, and I'm here to remind you that every day is Friday. And in fact, every day or today, these typically get released on Fridays. And it's because Fridays give you a different level of energy. They give you a different vibe. You're like, yes, the weekend. So there's an excitement here. And that's what we hope to bring you on all of these episodes, especially Red Truck Theory. You see, Red Truck Theory is all about the RAS, the reticular activated system inside of your brain. What that is pattern recognition. And it's all based on us and what we begin to look for. So we've got to flip the script because the pattern recognition will be, and we call it Red Truck Theory simply because I'm looking at buying a red truck. Like, it's super awesome. Man, it's got the Trail Boss series, big tires, all that good stuff. And I drive it off the lot and I turn left on the street and I see the same truck. Why? I don't know, man. I can't believe that my Trail Boss is just as good as, I thought I had the special one, right? So I go a little bit further down the road, get on the highway, and I see 2 more of my red trucks. Why? That's the RAS doing its job. That is our brain looking for more red trucks simply because it's in our brain. It's in our cognition. So now what we've got to do is flip this and make leadership opportunities our red truck. So if we can, we're going to utilize this episode to get a little bit better at leadership, a little bit better at performance and from ourselves, but then also from a leadership standpoint to others. Why? Because these are opportunities that are happening right in front of your face. So Red Truck Theory, episode number 7 starts right now. If this is your first time, please understand that we typically give you 5 to 7. Last week was 8 different ones, 8 hard truths about leadership opportunities that are right in front of our face, that are happening every single day, that if we can just begin to look for them, we're going to find them. If you've been here before, thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I don't care. Just do whatever it takes to pass on this type of energy, this type of vibe. And if it does sound good to you, if it does mean something to you, if it does trigger something in your heart to get moving forward, then please pass it on to somebody else. We all are in need of these everyday opportunities. So here we go. Number 1, Alfred Adler. I don't know who the guy is, but I did see the quote one day when I was working, and I was like, oh my goodness, how true is this? So it smacked me right in the face. So I'm smacking you in the face with it. And it is trust only movement. Life happens at the level of events, not of words. Trust movement. What that is saying is that, people will say a lot of words. Hey, man, I love you. Hey, I'll do anything for you. Hey, man, anytime you need something, you let me know. There's those words, but do they line up with actions? When you say, hey, I've got an open door policy as a leader, and then you don't have an open door policy and you don't allow people to come in and discuss things that are important to them, then you're no longer following true to your word. So they become just words and not movement. So trust only movement. Man, trust is such a powerful word. Trust only movement. Life happens at the level of events, not of words. Trust movement. So our focus here has got to be of what are the words that we're saying and are they aligned with our actions? That's true leadership. What are the words that we're saying and are they aligned with our actions? So I encourage you, if here's a tactical thing, write down on a journal here. I got my dope journal right here. Write down in here, what are my recent words that I've said to others, my recent promises? Am I keeping them? When something bad happens to somebody and you say, oh man, we're sending prayers. Are you really sending prayers? Or are you just saying that? trust only movement. That person, they need your prayers. And if you say, hey, my prayers are in, pray immediately. Pray for them. But don't just say it. Let's build our trust and our momentum by events and not just words. So that is number one, trust only movement. Number two, we're writing these down, right? You guys got your notepad out. You got your dope journal. Being early is expensive, but it teaches you things being on time never will. This was actually a conversation I had with a brilliant software specialist. Like, he creates software, writes software. Oh my goodness, he wrote some of the best software in the country. And that's what he said. Being early is expensive. So when you're doing things that nobody else is doing because that's your path, that's your big ass goal, you're doing this, well, guess what? Being early is expensive because you're going to learn lessons that are expensive. And I don't just mean money-wise. However, that is something that is important, and it is something you're going to lose when you are early. When you are way ahead of the curve, you are going to lose a ton of money. You're also going to lose a ton of what? Time, energy, effort. Now, losing doesn't always mean that there wasn't a fair trade. Losing doesn't always mean, hey, I invested poorly. Losing doesn't mean it was spent, right? Losing means maybe I did invest and I lost some money and I lost some energy and I lost this, but I did still gain some things. There is a compound interest with that piece. But if I just spent it, boom, I bought my sucker and I spent my $500 on a sucker, and now 5 minutes later, my $500 sucker is gone. It was just spent, right? So we're talking about being early to things is going to be expensive. It's going to be costly. But it's teaching us something. Being on time never will. Those early adopters, the early people in Apple, the early people in Amazon, the early people in these tech firms, they're early, and it was expensive to get started. Investment, man, we're in an investment firm right now working with people trying to invest in our company, and it's one of those things like, dude, there's going to be a cost, and you're going to lose some before you gain some. But it's teaching you things that later person who comes to the party, they'll never learn. They'll never reap those rewards. So please understand, if you're at it, if you're going hard, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business leader, it's going to be expensive early. But because you were there early, because you put in the time, the investment, the energy, and you paid, it's going to teach you so many more things than that other guy. That was number two. Number one, trust only movement. Okay? Number two, being early is expensive, but it's lessons we're going to learn that nobody else will. Number three, ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy that this 5 is really special to me, just because they all mean, like, it's pretty close to similar in terms of the lessons we're learning here. Opposition is opportunity. Opposition is opportunity. People think they pray for, I need to be more patient at work with my boss. Well, your boss is going to stand up and create some opposition. That is an opportunity for you to learn, grow, and get better. For you to learn and see their side. For you to ask questions so that you can go around this opposition. Opposition is an opportunity for you. Not just, hey, it's just an opportunity for me to compete. Hey, I'm going against the giant. How could I learn how to get my shot off against this person who's ridiculously bigger than I am? 6 inches on me. He's got 6 inches. How do I get my shot off? That opposition right there is an opportunity for me to learn how I can do that. Going against better competition is one great way to do it. Somebody standing against you, when you have an idea and you have a red team and a blue team, woohoo, we love you. We think your idea is the best thing since sliced bread. Or you could be like my mom. Oh, that's just awesome. I'm just going to clap. Yes, yes. We need the blue team. The blue team's awesome. But the red team also is your opposition, and they're creating opportunities for you. For if your idea still stands at the end of the red team, then you've got a chance at building something super special. So think about that. Opposition is an opportunity. We see it as, oh, poor me. Oh, why do they always have to stand up against me? These are opportunities for me to grow, for me to think of different ways, for me to grab different perspectives, for me to ask questions, for me to get my idea, for me to get my business, my product in a better place. Opposition is where I'm going to get it. I need their feedback. Opposition is just another word for feedback. Okay? So do it. Do not be afraid of opposition. Do not be afraid of competition. Learn from them. Grow from them. Let's get a little bit better from them. Opposition is an opportunity. So we've got number one, we've got trust-only movement. Number two, being early is going to be expensive at all different costs. And number three was opposition is opportunity. Number four, Tony Bennett. If you use adversity right, it will buy you a ticket to a place you couldn't have gone any other way. Not Tony Bennett, the singer. Tony Bennett, the basketball coach from University of Virginia. Tony Bennett got bounced as a number one seed. He was the first number one seed to get bounced as to a 16 seed. Imagine the pain, imagine the suffering, imagine the ridicule, imagine all these different things that are going through your head, your heart, that are being said by the media, that are being just yelled at from rooftops. Your players, maybe your coaches, that was adversity. How do you climb out of that? You see, he used adversity to buy a ticket to a place he couldn't have gone any other way, being he won a national championship after that. Would you be willing to face adversity, to face embarrassment, to receive that embarrassment only to turn around and win the championship, to become the best in the country? Would that be worth it? I think it would. Maybe. If you're so focused on the adversity and you think that it's a problem, we get hurt. We quit. We give up. But if you know this and you go back to being early is expensive. That was me being early. He was just early to the party and he had to pay it. He used adversity right, and so that he bought a ticket to a place that nobody else could go. Why? Because they had already been there. They felt that. And they didn't want to repeat that feeling ever again. And so they worked. And they changed their ways. They changed their style. What about this? What if we ask this? What if we do this with our team? So it became one of those things that he was able to reach that place that nobody else could go, simply because he used adversity right. He used adversity right. I encourage you. You are going through some really hard things right now. I don't know if it's family, if it's friends, if it's health, if it's work. You're going through it. If it's marriage, you're going through adversity right now. But if you can use this adversity, if you can dig in, stand firm and say, you know what, I'm in it, but I'm also in it to win it. I want this to grow. I want my relationship. I want my marriage to blossom. I want my health to improve. I want my work status to be a place that I want to, I relish being. I stay there just because I love being around the people. If that is the case, then you know that you must go through the adversity. You must go through the pain and use it correctly so that you can buy a ticket to the other place. I encourage you. Number five. This is the last one, I promise. It's a little bit shorter of an episode compared to the last few. I was listening to Hormozi and Tony Robbins, and they had a podcast together, and this 5-word sentence stuck out. And man, I just kept thinking about it. I had a client, and I asked him what he was saying, his conversations in leadership and in the meetings and in the one-on-ones. And this 5 words like spoke volumes, and it kept going back to him. And then it kept going back to like every position, every person I talked to, it was coming back. And it is, your words shape your psychology. 5 words. Your words shape your psychology. Your words. The words that you are saying are shaping what you think here. When you notice your word pattern, and I encourage you to use your dope journal, write down the words you recognize that you're saying. Now it's going to be hard, like, hey, in a meeting, it's really difficult. AI is here now, so you can record your words, you can record your conversations, with permission. But you can start seeing things. Now, a lot of people, you'll notice, they say can't a lot. What do you think their possibility is of achieving success if all they say is can't? I think that the previous one of adversity, adversity is going to hit, and they're going to say, I can't. Think about the words, like people that are negative. You hear them say negative things. Those words are shaping their psychology. Those words shape how they think, how they feel, how they perceive the rest of the world out here. That's what they're thinking. That's what their words do. So their words are shaping their conversations to you. Are you going to let those words give power to you? Are you going to let those words and that negativity decide how you end up seeing the world, how you end up treating other people, how you end up making decisions because of here? Your words are shaping your psychology. Watch. Your words shape your psychology shapes your words. So we've got to become more mindful with our dope journal here and write in the reflection every day. What are the words am I saying? Am I speaking life or am I speaking death? Am I speaking positive things to others? Do I give people hope? Your words shape your psychology. Am I giving myself hope? When you are brought with a tough question or a tough task, what do you say to yourself? I don't think I can do that. I do. I know you can do that. You got the right people in your right circle at this current time in order for you to achieve that goal. You can do it. There's nothing that stops you from doing this one goal right now. Your words shape your psychology, so be mindful of the things that you say, for they repeat. You know, there's a number that the average person thinks, 20,000 thoughts a day. 80% of those thoughts are negative, and 90% of those are recurring. So we're constantly thinking negative thoughts, and those repeat. But what if we changed it? What if we started thinking more positive thoughts? How would that change our psychology? And what if those positive thoughts switched and we went to 80-20, and we said 80% of the time we're going to be positive and 20% of the time we're going to be negative, and we're going to keep 90% of that? Our numbers play in our favor. and our words shape our psychology. So if that's the case, we have a chance at shaping ourselves where we want to go, being who we want to be by being that person in the moment. It's not me 10 years from now. I'm trying to be me 10 years from now right now. What are those decisions that they're making? What are those thoughts? I want to shape my psychology so that I can be the best version of myself. 5 big, huge things today on Red Truck Theory, episode 7. Let's go through it real quick. Number 5, we just tasted it. Yummy. Your words shape your psychology. Tony Robbins, Alex Hormozi, they get the credit for that one. I don't get credit for that. If you use adversity right, it will buy you a ticket to a place you couldn't have gone any other way. Tony Bennett. Use the adversity that is right in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. Use it to your advantage so that you can grow, so that you can get better, so that you can get your team better, so that you can get your business better, so that you can sell it, so that you can get the investors you want, so that you can achieve the greatness and the things that you want to achieve. Opposition is opportunity. Use these 2 things, like opposition is opportunity and your words shape your psychology. Using those 2 things throughout the day is going to give you the best chance of winning. Opposition is opportunity. Red Truck Theory is all about opportunity. Looking for opportunities to grow and get better right in front of your face. Well, guess what? The opposition is your opportunity. So when somebody stands up against you, don't go back. Don't think, oh, they don't like me. Think, this is my opportunity in order to grow. It's my opportunity to learn from this person. This is my opportunity to move the needle. Being early is expensive, but it teaches you things. Being on time never will. So be willing to pay the cost if you're coming early. If you're early in the game, be willing to pay it. You're going to pay it. You might lose, but you're going to learn things that on-time person never will know. Same thing with that 4 a.m. club. Same thing with that early morning routine. If you've got it, great. You've got a chance at learning some things about yourself, learning some things about moving forward that the average person, the on-time person, will never know about. Verse 1. Number 1, trust only movement. Life happens at the level of events, not of words. Trust movement. Alfred Adler. So be mindful. When people say things, line it up with their actions. If that happens, then you know that it's not just words. Look at the events. Did they show up when you asked them to show up? Were they there when you needed them? And understand that it's going to be movement that builds the trust. So if you're trying to build trust with your team, it's movement. Create that movement with them. Okay? Those are our 5 beautiful things that hit me in the face this week. I want you guys to think about these opportunities. These are Red Truck Theories. These are opportunities that we can create if we're looking, and we must be looking for them in order to grow, get better. Because otherwise, we already learned today that most of those things might be negative if we're not looking for those. So if we don't switch it, it's going to be it's a negative thing. But if we do take advantage of switching it and creating that Red Truck Theory of leadership opportunities for us to be better, guys, we're going to win. And we're going to have an amazing day. Every day is going to be Friday. That's how it's going to feel. So I encourage you, try these 5 out. Put it in the comments. Hey, if there's something that you tried and it worked, or there's something that you tried and it didn't, that means it was expensive. And now what? We're going to learn some things that the on-timer didn't know. If you tried it and it didn't work, let us know. We hope you have an amazing day. Red Truck Theory, episode 7. Hit like, hit share, hit whatever you want. Man, we appreciate you guys. Have an amazing day.